Hi, I'm Rocco. Today I'm going to make some coffee with a Moka pot. Basically, this is James Hoffman's recipe. Anybody that watches coffee videos, you're going to know James Hoffman. He's probably one of the best guys out there. So this is kind of the way he does it, his recipe. I start off with heating the water. It just came off a boil. Uh, Mr. Hoffman likes you to use hot water off a boil when you make your mocha pot. There's reasoning behind that, but I'm not real sure what they are. So then I'm going to add coffee to my tray. And if anybody has watched my videos before, you notice that I use the coffee that I brew and that I roast I use half decaf. So I'll and I don't measure this. Some people measure it. It's like 14, 15 grams. I don't measure it. I just put it in and level it off. You don't tamp it down. Just sort of level it. Place that in. And the only other thing I do that James Hoffman doesn't do is I put a filter in here. The AeroPress filter fits perfect in there. So you'll need your coffee pot is hot because you just put boiling water in it. So you'll need to hold the bottom with a towel, tighten it up. Well, I always leave it open. I love watching how it makes coffee. The only problem with leaving it open like this is you want to try not to get distracted. Because if you get distracted, you're going to come over here and you're going to be bouncing all over the place once it gets to the top. So I try to keep an eye on it. All right. Well, I have it on number 6. It's like a medium heat. And this is like a medium fine grind that I use. I said before that I use the same grind for my AeroPress as I do for the Moka. Some people like to fine tune it. I don't feel that's very important at all. All right, so now what we're going to do is, after this is done, we're going to put olive oil in it. I'm not going to say that's the new rage, but James Hoffman went over to Italy to a gigantic Starbucks over there, and they partnered with a company, Starbucks did, called Partana. It's an Italian olive oil company, and they're starting to put olive oil in some of their drinks, some of their cold drinks, some of their foamy drinks, some of their hot drinks. So I love olive oil. I think I have a lot of it. I'm not putting a plug in here, but I use Paisano. To me, it's one of the best tasting olive oils. And I'm feeling it's pretty important to like the olive oil that you're putting in. I bought many olive oils, and all of them were cold press, extra virgin, all the good stuff. And there's a variety of different tastes. It's amazing how different they taste. Some I don't like, some I do like. The Paisano, I could actually just drink it. And what I'm doing now is putting a little oat milk in here. There again, I don't measure much. You do want to measure the olive oil. Put about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat it up. And then I'm going to get the foamer and infuse it together, because you can't just put it in the coffee and stir it. You can, but it's going to look like oil and water. You're going to see the oil floating around, whereas if you foam it, it blends it all together. All right, so I'm going to take that. See how it started? And I'm going to close this right now before it gets to the end. Put this in about 1 minute. And then what I do is this will start bubbling, making noises. So I let it brew a little bit. Some people, as soon as it starts to do that, they take it off. I like my coffee. Anybody that watches my channel know that I like my coffee strong. So then we'll just shut that off and we'll just let it rest for a moment. This comes off of here real strong. So after I pour, what I normally do is I grab it. This has already been boiled. Come over here and I pour almost up to where it starts. It's almost to the top. And then pour that in. And that's the way I drink my coffee in the morning if I'm not making an espresso. All right, so now this is ready. You can see the olive oil. It's not going anywhere at this point. So you're going to want to froth it up to make it so that you can do this on ice. You can do it hot, cold, whatever you like. This is, I like to do a hot one. And this drink isn't going to be for everybody. Everybody's not going to like olive oil and coffee. I do because I love olive oil. And there are a lot of health benefits to putting olive oil in anything. And you can go on the YouTube and no shortage of channels telling you the benefits of olive oil. So we'll just give this a good foaming up. And you see that foams it up real nice. And then we'll come back over to here. And we'll just give this a little stir. And it looks pretty. See, I like it. There's going to be a lot of people that are going to say it's just like drinking greasy coffee. And maybe it is. But I think it's good.